Hello guys, welcome back to my From the Depths series. I hope I fixed the microphone this time, and we're going to publish something new to the workshop, just for you. Today I bring you the main cannons that I used on my Iowa battleship in From the Depths. It's based on the Iowa 400mm cannons. Obviously we have 3 of those in an armor turret. We also have rotating armor inside the turret. And the snake, while being compact, is very balanced, so every gun has the same fire rate. You might see that on this side there's some empty space, and you can say me, oh wow, that's so much waste, why did you do that? Well, because I love symmetry, so I try to do everything symmetrical. And on the opposite side we have the ammo controller, which is integrated in the turret, so you just spawn it and it already has the correct ammo type. I made this turret to work with 4 gunpowder casing, 2 HE warhead body, a penetration depth fuse, 2 solid warhead bodies, and 1 armor piercing head. This will give the classic armor piercing high explosive shell. The shell in this configuration, 402mm, has a muzzle velocity of 603 meters per second, which is not bad. In From the Depths terms, it's quite fast. It uses 4-meter racks, so the turret doesn't take up a huge space, so this doesn't require quite a large ship. You still need a large ship, but not those huge ships which will bog down many of your computers. Has an explosive damage of nearly 4,000, armor piercing value of 24, and a kinetic damage of 6,400. Heck, it even can pose a challenge to the Steel Striders. But let's jump back to the game. So when you first start the turret, you'll see that the colors are quite funky, to say the least. It's because this turret mainly uses the number 11 and 12 colors. So you just open the E menu, right click the color 11. I like to put this dark gray, and you apply it. You then right click color 12. I like to make it quite light. I don't like shiny parts, maybe even lighter. And you click apply, and that's it. That's your turret. Worth noting, the turret also has a coincidence rangefinder, which is connected obviously through channel 1 to your mainframe. And I did put the coincidence rangefinder on top because I do not like how the normal rangefinder looks if it's inside the armor, because it has like poles sticking out and you'll end up with that visual hole. So this, in my opinion, is the better visual approach, even if it's like sticky tape on top of it. So if we want to break down the turret, we can see that we have 3 firing pieces. The lateral ones get pushed closer to the middle and they go down all together here. I pushed them closer, so I have an exit hole of only 3 by 3. Here you can see that in the empty spots I put recoil absorbers, but there's a hole here because I wanted this to be precisely symmetrical. So the leftmost gun has 855 recoil absorption per second, the middle one 855, the right one 855. So they're totally symmetrical for you OCD people out there. Okay, so the lateral ones get pushed forward and they just go down here, and we have the main autoloader sticking out from it through the back. Let's see, we have autoloader clip, autoloader clip, autoloader clip, each one with its ammo intake. And I think it's the best solution because it manages to balance rate of fire with cost. In order to get a bit more fire rate out of this, I have another autoloader sticking out connected to this one inside with its clip, of course. and also these two are duplicated. If we instead follow the center gun, instead of going forward, it goes back and straight down, and it's like mirroring the other two. So the main autoloaders are sticking out forward, each one with its ammo intake. And in order to steal some space, we have two autoloaders on the side occupying the space of the other guns. This gives a total for each gun 8.1 rounds per minute with these autoloaders and a cooling limit of 11.1. So the gun can sustain 7 shots, if I'm not mistaken, at 11.1 rounds per minute. You can see that in front of this we have some armor which is rotating with the turret, is actually part of the turret, and this is a good solution because you have one extra armor layer which is facing the enemy that you're shooting at. The turret also incorporates a local weapon controller with the failsafe and the wireless receiver, so you don't need to wire up anything. The turret requires a little bit more space than the one that we presented earlier, of course. It uses a 7x7 internal space with blank corners, so you can place a little bit more armor there or save some space by leaving out the edge. Of course, you see that the turret is quite slender, so you could put even more armor here, but I don't know, your choice. I don't like to put more things that I really need on my ships, so there you go. Okay, so you loaded my prefab. How do you save the turret and use it again? You just aim at the turret, you press B, so you're building now on the turret. You press E, you go to sub-objects mode, and you save the sub-objects you're currently working on. The official name that I gave to this turret is Ekindra 402x3 V2 because it's the second version, 402 because it's a 402mm cannons, and I have 3 of those. And Ekindra because I named them alphabetically based on like the generation of turrets. And let's see, so let's see it in action. So guys, here you can see the current version of the Iowa that I'm using in the campaign. It's the 4th revision because this ship also defeated the lightning hoods completely. So it has laser ammunition defenses, which obviously is not realistic for an Iowa, and it also has shields. But I can publish it in the workshop, maybe even with the upgrades and without the upgrades. You can see that it's not really an Iowa. It's based on the Iowa, the whole shape is that one, but the superstructure is tiny. Why is that? Well, because the ship is scale 0.75 to be precise, so I don't have space for everything because the guns are big. So yeah, it kinda is, but it's you know, it's made to be playable, it's made to be good to play with, and that's it. Either you enjoy or hate it. So let's spawn on Marauder, our favorite target. Here you can see the guns were already training. Shields are up. We aim at the target and fire. Along with shell seat we have 21k penetration damage and 100k explosion damage. I'm surprised if the Marauder can even shoot at us now. No, probably its cannon is done. Second volley, and I'm keeping the button pressed now so we can see and enjoy the fire rate. I think the Marauder's gone. The AI is gone. Oh, that aiming sucked. Oh, it's 2 damage. Okay, so we damaged the Marauder totally without even doing a full volley. Let's try with something more armored, a mace. Oh, let me put God mode on because we're not testing the ship but just the guns. You can see the shells can travel a lot of distance without losing a lot of speed. That's because they're quite heavy shell, they're stubby, they're not really long, but that's a trade-off. You can see we got one of the turrets. Let's put on AI, get us to close range. And let's check what the AI can do with this, because two of the turrets on my Iowa have the rangefinder fitted and one doesn't. And plus on the ship we have so many more. Oh, you can see that the ship is trying to aim just down the water, probably because there's the engines in there. These shells do not have the cavitation bays, but no, it's fine. Guys, tell me what you think. I leave the workshop link to download this gun turret in the description. I already have those secondaries on my Steam account, so you can also download those. And soon we'll get more guns and more ships. So stay tuned. And this is not going well because they are going straight one into each other.